Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I got a little thought I want to throw at you. My wife works for child protection. That means that children, according to the state of Minnesota, and I'm sure all across the country, have protections under the law. When parents might abuse a child, parents beat them up, shake them, throw them against the wall, don't feed them, molest them, all of the ugly things you can imagine that parents can do to children. Uh, Being a child protection worker in the state, they're designed so when the information gets out that this stuff is happening, if a baby gets hurt and have to be in the hospital or some other information gets, then these people will look into it to try to do whatever is necessary to protect that child from whatever abuse this child might be having. Whether that's is coming from parents, whether it's coming from a school teacher, whether it's coming from the coach, whether it's coming from the dude down the street, whether it's coming from a family member, whether it's coming from wherever it's coming from, these child protection workers are there to protect the children. Now, likewise, you know how important that is, and I'm sure that every last one of you would agree with that, except in situations where parents go bad because the state or other forces that could offer some assistance that is given to other people for taking care of your child, but wouldn't be given to the parent for support their own child. So these kinds of things happen. But my point is that just as these children need protection from whoever might abuse them, so do families, so do adults. Adults need protection from a system that would abuse them, that would take away the opportunities to have a job, that would take away the opportunities to be educated, that would take away the opportunities to have housing and to have clothing and to have shelter. People living in the streets, people unemployed, people just suffering, people turning to crime and violence because it seems to be a way to sustain themselves. These people need protection from the system. And your governor, your mayor, your legislators, and your Congress and your president are supposed to be those who say that they're going to do it. Your preachers are supposed to be the ones that sit there to hold these legislators and things, hold their hands to the fire. But none of that is happening. But God wants it to happen. So that's one of my jobs. My job is to hold their hands to the fire. It's very difficult to hold people's hands to the fire when there's so many of them in just one meat. And so many of you champion yourselves as being just as I am, but there's no evidence. So I want you to think about these two things. Think about the child protection work and how they serve the children. Think about the parents, think about adults, how they are supposed to be protected from the system that does all the things that it does. And yes, there are many children that don't have to be protected by child protection. Their families take care of them. There are many people within the system that doesn't have to be protected from the system. They work within the system, but it works for them. But there are those that it does not work for. And the concern is not those that it works for, but those that it does not work for. And I need your help. By the spirit of love, I need your help. I can't do this alone. So think about that, will you? All right. Till next time, Eddie Marcus saying bye-bye.